Hi, I wanted to follow up today about my workshop on Sunday, the Yin Yoga and Bach Flower workshop, Increasing Flexibility on and off the mat, which was truly amazing. And I wanted to also follow up with what I promised I would talk about in my last video, which is flexibility and nutrition. So yeah, the workshop was really amazing. We had 9 people and everyone came ready to share a situation where they want more flexibility in their life. And I came in with this idea of that we were only going to work with certain remedies, which typically speaking are good remedies for flexibility. And what I found was that I needed to be really flexible in the moment, because once people started talking, it was so clear for me that I couldn't just control ahead of time what remedies we talked about. Everyone is unique, and each person had a particular remedy that was really calling to their situation, or that they were calling to them with their situation, or that was being called to me in hearing about their situation. So everyone got a chance to share, and then everyone got a sample of their particular remedy with an affirmation card, and they chose an affirmation that went along with the healing that they need at this moment in time to become more flexible. And then we moved into the Yin Yoga sequence, where everyone worked with their affirmation while they did the Yin Yoga sequence, which was a very grounding sequence. And the idea was to really embody what they had been talking about and give them time and space to let whatever needed to emerge as they were reflecting on their situation and receiving the support of the flowers. And then we came back together and people shared what came up for them during the Yin Yoga sequence and what they were taking with them. And what they were taking with them was really quite profound and beautiful. A lot of new awarenesses, a lot of insight, and a lot of juicy stuff for moving forward in a positive way. And also they had this really sweet, we all had a very sweet community experience where people felt safe enough to share what was really in their heart and on their minds. Some tears were shed, and there was also an increased lightness of being after our time together. So I'm so grateful for that. And the workshop really pushed me to be flexible in a lot of different ways. Like I said, I always plan for what I'm going to do in my group, in my workshops, and then I get there and the moment calls for something else. So there's a combination of what I plan, and then there's the organic process and responding to what's happening organically. So Christine and I did that, and we made a good team. And shifting gears, this is all related to nutrition. So, I have a long history of vulnerability with my tummy, and so I'm on a lifelong journey of healing my gut and being as healthy as I can, nutritionally and otherwise, so that my tummy feels good and my intestines are in good shape. And then I birthed a son who has a vulnerability to gut issues. My husband has some gut issues, and I attracted a dog into my life with very severe gut issues who is now doing incredibly well. So this is a whole journey for me and for those people in very close to me. And so I've learned many things, but one of the things I just want to share briefly about today is that in order to really work with nutrition in healing, we need flexibility. It is so easy with nutrition to get locked into eating a certain way all the time, the same kinds of foods. And what I've learned through my journey and the journey of those closest to me is that we need variety, and also that everyone is unique. So there's certain things that we know that are kind of the fundamentals of good nutrition. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, low sugar. And what kind of fruits, what kind of vegetables, which grains, if you are going to have something sweet, what sweetener. So within all of these things, I'm not saying anything you don't know, there's a lot of possibility. Well, I'm learning over time that, what works for me in my body doesn't work for somebody else in their body. And even certain fruits are better for me than others, and the same is going to be true for each of us. So the thing about flexibility nutrition is that the first thing that we want to look at is, are we being rigid in our nutrition? Are we always going to the same foods and eating the same foods? Whenever we get locked into anything, you can be sure that we're stagnating the energy. And so it's been really important for me to embrace that when I am struggling with anything related to my gut, it actually forces me to be more flexible about what I'm eating. The irony is that I also have to be very strict sometimes about what I'm eating, especially if I'm having a flare-up. So it's this kind of funny balance of being really clear about what's good and what's not good for me, and kind of sticking within certain parameters, and then also really expanding the possibility of what I can eat, because time and time again, when something is off balance with my belly, I think, well, let me open up and see what I can eat that I haven't been eating that could actually be really delicious. I'm always looking, if I can't eat X, then what can I eat that's really delicious instead? So I think I'll just share that so my video isn't too long, but I would love to hear what you have to say and what you have found about how you relate to what you eat and how you eat, and where you feel like you need to be rigid and where you can flex, and where you found that flexibility is really important for you with your healing and your nutrition. Blessings on this beautiful day. Bye.